Jake zooming! Oh my god! Jake ain't playing her. Let's go!
We have a little robot made for FTC.
Match 6, we ready?
Yeah, match 6.
Go. We're gonna randomize. Hey, no rings.
3, 2, 1.
Saturday.
It's on it! It's on it! It's on park!
Yeah, the corner.
It is on.
It is. Yes. Okay.
Joust it.
It's harder than it
What
looks.
are you guys doing with the jam?
Joust it.
Yeah, you did it.
Yes! Team X, go hard!
Two, one.
My family gave me this shirt. Mike's family said, "What's up?" You said to go. It's gone. I looked at the wrong screen. It's all good. We're good. We're excited to be here. We've got a lot of stuff going on today. We've got a bunch of videos that you guys have played. I think we're only doing videos this week. Not going to do the rankings. We'll get more into that in a minute. Just getting things booted up here. There we go. Okay. Sorry.
The camera's not on.
Oh yeah, we got to turn the camera on. There we go.
Good evening. Welcome to the Meet Number 4 celebration show, guys. One thing I want to point out in that opening segment of robots, that last one was Team 7321 Charlotte Surge, and they are our new high score winners in Florida, 450 points. Congratulations, 7321. Pretty awesome. So I'm not going to say much tonight because we've got so many great videos. The only thing I want to remind everybody is Meet Number 5 starts next week for some of the teams, and it's spread throughout the month because of all of the different spring breaks, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with our first set of videos.
You know, version 6.2 of the FTC apps is available now.
Welcome back. This is Referee Bob here. We're going to talk a little bit about some interesting safety things we found out related to COVID in that. This was based on some New York Times public schools and some CDC guidelines of some studies they did on a typical New York City classroom where they were showing the airflow and the effect that just one infected student could have on it. You have these cool graphics, and basically the red lines are showing virus particles that might be suspended in the air from the infected student who's sitting kind of in the front right of that picture there. And this is with windows closed. You can see it's very concentrated. And the darker the red color, the more droplets there are per million and things like that. So they also show in there where they show the effects of opening a window and putting a fan in, and actually they have the fan blowing from inside out to start, and you can show that it really reduces the strength of the particles very close to the student, so it's not really able to spread to the other students that are in the room that are spaced and doing that, which is what the setup of the New York Public City classrooms is. And this goes from the top down. They did some cool renderings, and it was, like I said, a New York Times study. I'd recommend you go look at it. We'll throw the link up out there later on where you can go look at it. And basically shows as you start from the top and go down, it dissipates those. And this can show the windows closed. You can see how concentrated it's around kind of the upper corners of that picture there. And if we go to the next one, you'll see that with just bringing just a simple box fan you could buy at Home Depot brings the air in, it really reduces the concentration around the rest of the room. Ultimately, what they do is recommend that you turn the fan around and have it suck the air out, and that shows it very good to do that. So just some things you guys can think about, some simple things you can do. Put HEPA filters in, airflow, do that if you have to be in confined spaces with some other people to do that. Now we're going to go to what I believe Barry says are three favorite three-letter words. And here we are. Hi all, welcome to another episode of Ref Talk with Referee Sid and Referee Bot.
Our sincere thanks to all leagues and teams for hosting this super virtual pit idea. Especially thanks to all of you for inviting us over to the virtual pits. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to ask you questions and allowing us to listen, you sharing your ideas, experiences with other teams and us.
We hope you had as much fun, if not more, with this virtual pit visits and gained some valuable insights from this interaction as we did.
In our previous episode, we summarized the scoring achievements, breaking it down by match periods, and when scoring achievements are actually recorded.
So in this episode, we'll try to highlight the key rules of the game again, breaking it down by match periods. This is not to imply that other rules we are not highlighting don't matter. All rules apply at all times. We're just trying to get the key ones for each of the match periods.
Let's begin with the autonomous period of the match. The key rules that are very likely to come into view are G18, which is early start to gameplay, G19, late start, starting autonomous late, GS6, parentheses 1, control or possession of more than 3 rings, or GS6, parentheses 2, more than 1 wobble goal. Occasionally, rules such as GS5, drive team contact after randomization with the controller, G10, robot control with the contract with the scoring element, G20, not parked at the end of the period, G21, robot control during autonomous period, could also be subject of interest. Be mindful, GS12, GS13, and GS4 parenthesis A requirements. GS12 and 13 require robots to be completely in the launch zone and underscore completely in the launch zone. This will apply in driver control period as well. Even if there was no driver controlling the robot, GS4A prohibits introduction of rings by the human player before the start of the driver control period.
Now we'll switch gears to the first portion of the driver control period. GS12 and GS13 are coming into full view, and any mid or high goal scoring achievements must be when the robot is completely in the launch zone. Another obvious rule is GS6, which is the control of more than 3 rings is going to come into view as well during this match period. And also remember the other part of GS6, that you can only possess 1 wobble goal during any period. GS4 also has instructions for the human player what is allowed and what is not. Specifically, GS4 parentheses C requires the human player to put the rings into the playing field as quickly as possible, and there are penalties for that. GS9, placing rings on the wobble goal, could also come into view, but it could be an unlikely situation. And teams should be mindful of GS1, where an allowance is provided for safe extension outside the playing field boundary at the audience-facing wall and the tower goal wall. Any other extension will be disallowed and could quickly escalate to a yellow card per Rule S2.
During the last 30 seconds of the driver control period, which is the end game, GS1, GS4, GS6, GS12, GS13, they're all that we discussed about are still in play in the end game as well. In addition to control rings, control of more than 1 wobble goal will come in view as expressed in GS6 parentheses 2. Occasionally, rules such as G10, G20 can be of play during this period.
This is a high-level summary of the commonly referred rules during each of the match play periods. Remember, this is not to say other rules may be ignored. All rules apply at all times. We're just breaking it down to some specific keys for each of the match periods. Please use this guide as a way to review the game manual rules and read the forums for any updates that will supersede the game manuals.
Finally, remember that S3 safety gear should be strictly adhered to all times, and especially during match play, even during remote events. That's all, folks, for this episode. Please send us your comments and questions, especially what you wish to hear from us in the next episode. Continue building those friendships, mind, skills, and robots. Until next time, this is Referee Sid signing.
And this is Referee Bob signing off for the night.
Words, 9 letters. That is going to be up later on this evening. Let's see if I can get that right. And there we go. Right here on the YouTube channel for the First in Florida. There's a lot of information there, so if you didn't catch it all, come back a little bit later and that video will be posted back up again. So we have a lot of new entries from teams that have never submitted videos before. So to give them some airtime, let's check out those new videos from the new teams.
Let's go! She's zooming! Oh my god! She ain't playing around.
So awesome that we have all these great new submissions. I mean, it's really awesome that we get to see these teams submitting new videos. We're getting to see some new robots. Saw some creative stuff in that video. I saw one team had a little blinking light. It looked like it was giving them like an aiming thing. Pretty cool. And it's awesome to see more and more teams submitting. We've had more teams putting scores in as well. So that's great to see. A new thing that we did statewide for this meet is we actually had virtual pits, which if you didn't participate, you really missed out. You got to get into a Zoom meeting, which we had pairs of leagues together, so you even got to meet teams that you didn't meet before. And basically, you get together and you can bounce around, talk to people about their robots, and it was really, really awesome. One of the teams actually went in there and talked with some of the tech help that comes into our FTAs actually go to these, and they actually work together on an autonomous through the Zoom chat for the virtual pit, and actually they ended up producing a really amazing autonomous mode, and we actually have a video about one of those teams, and it's also a new editor for the show, Crystal Martz. Shout out to Crystal Martz. She did an awesome job. So let's check out this, I mean, truly impressive stuff going on by these teams. So I guess we named the files wrong. That's okay. I tried to help Mike this time, and I did not help him that much.
And with that, comedy!
And so Mike says that he knows where the comedy video is because I named that right. So we're going to move over now. We're going to look at the runners-up video for our new comedy segment.
Hi.
This year on 9277, we've added literal eyes to our robot with our vision systems. Let's take a look at what we've been up to. To start things off, we have a custom algorithm to detect whether there are 4 rings, 1 ring, or no rings in front of the robot at the start of autonomous. This works by first filtering out any pixels deemed to not be yellow, plotting all the remaining pixels on a coordinate plane, and using a custom-built algorithm commonly used in machine learning called a clustering algorithm to detect the location of various yellow clusters, choose the one we think is the rings, and measure the height to width ratio of the cluster to determine how many rings there are. Doing this without the help of a library such as OpenCV or Vuforia taught us a lot of useful skills that we wouldn't have learned otherwise. We've also been working on something really cool, a custom neural network to do vision tasks for us. If you don't know, a neural network is a mathematical model modeled after the human brain that is used in machine learning a lot. It uses thousands of interconnected neurons to process and memorize relationships and data to predict a desired output based off an input. It uses multitudes of training data to learn these patterns, which can be exhausting to obtain. We've been working with a custom-built neural net to teach our robot what the tower goal looks like so that it can properly recognize it in any given image. We're hoping to, by the end of the season, use this to have the computer predict where the tower goal is in relation to the robot so that the robot can orientate itself accordingly. We're also in parallel designing and training a neural net to replace the previously described ring detection software, as a neural network is more innovative and time efficient. Instead of opting to use a pre-built library such as TensorFlow to do this, we're doing this all ourselves, with the goal in mind that we learn all there is about neural networks. We're really grateful to have this learning opportunity, and we're excited to see how it goes.
Cool vision systems there by Hazmat Robotics, and a hilarious video. I'm not sure if we got to finish the fun videos at the end. You guys have shown us a lot about how your bot works, and we got some runner-up videos. I believe there's 3 of them coming up here, and let's take a look at how your bot works.
One the French fries, and we will be talking about the upgrades that we made to our robot.
The first upgrade we made was changing from a aluminum ramp to take in the rings to a wooden one so it wouldn't drag or be too high up. And secondly, we changed from firm wheels that wouldn't let the rings through because it was too tight to squishier ones that let them go through easier.
The second upgrade we made was we changed the motors for our wheels so they could actually shoot the ring at a distance that was acceptable. Since we changed the motors, we had to change the angle of the ramp so it wouldn't shoot it up too high. We changed it from a 43-degree angle to a 23.3 degree angle.
Do not shoot.
And our final upgrade is the wobbler. We removed the motor from the back to the front so it could not to be in the way, and we will fix that.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Great job, team. French fries there from Titusville. I promise I'm going to swing by later on and buy some of your Girl Scout cookies. We got another How My Bot Works from the other side of the state. Let's see that one next.
Here's a tour of our robot that you guys can see in our latest videos for this virtual tournament. As you can see, our intake uses GoBuilda gecko wheels. Then we use Actobotics foam wheels, and then we use Andy Mark rubber compliant wheels. So, and then it gets put in our hopper, and then through the use of a servo, here if you guys want to turn and position it to shoot, we use a GoBuilda speed servo to hit the rings into our shooter. So our shooter uses the new GoBuilda 6,000 RPM motor connected to a GoBuilda gecko wheel. Then for our wobble goal, we are using the Tetrix tube set. So it's our wobble goal arm uses 3D printed parts as well as the Tetrix kit. And here you can see it grabbing the wobble goal, lifting it up. Now, let's try throwing it at our drivers.
Rip it, stick it, done. Great job, Team Duct Tape over there in Tampa. Let's go back over to the Space Coast. Got another How My Bot Works that I hope you find uplifting.
What is good, my robot friends?
Welcome to the Uplift Robotics crib.
We are very excited to share an update from Meet 4.
Now to Nathan with the hardware.
Let's go.
Pretty cool.
Alright, so since our last meet, we've made a couple of different changes with our robot. So on our intake, we added these gears right in between our front roller and the bottom roller in order to gear the bottom roller more effectively and maintain the amount of torque we need for the bottom roller. Since last meet we had some skipping issues with the round belt that went from underneath this roller to the backside of the intake. So we replaced it with these gears and our intake improved drastically since last meet. And also on the back of our robot, from last meet, we learned that our wobble goal arm didn't have enough torque to be lifting the wobble goal. So instead this meet, we've added 2 servos this time, and then we've even added some a belt reduction in order to drive the wobble arm with even more force.
So for our autonomous strategy for this meet, we were able to move more efficiently around the field to maximize the amount of things we can do in our autonomous. So for our 0 ring auto, we were able to get 71 points. For our 1 ring auto, we were able to pick up the 1 ring and get 83 and shoot as well. And then for our 4 ring auto, we were able to get 71 as well. In the future, we will be picking up all 4 rings and shooting all those as well to get our maximum amount of points in 4.
Great job, Team Uplift. The winner of the How My Bot Works Award is from South Florida. So get your engines started for Rev Force Robotics Team 16527.
Our team number is 16527, and our robot name is the Hard Way.
So the Hard Way, it has a system for picking up the rings and shooting them, where it's all in one line. So it picks it up from the bottom, goes through a conveyor belt, and shoots it right out the top, all in one, to make it much easier, like this.
And the hardest part about this was the conveyor belt, because we had to line up the plastic so it would be lower on here and higher on here. And then we have the wobble, and it's supposed to pick up and go over the edge, but we had technical difficulties, so we just took it off for today.
Awesome job there, Rev Force. Young team doing an awesome video on how their robot worked. Really great job. So let's move on to the winner, another winner of our new comedians category for this week. It's a good one, I hear. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm excited.
What I learned during my time on the Servo Stallions robotics team is that I should probably use a ladder instead of a stack of chairs.
What I learned is I should probably word someone before I turn on the Sawzall.
Hi, my name is Zach, and I learned that I hate Java.
Hey, my name is Reeves, and I learned that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Hey Reeves, can you give me a screwdriver?
Yeah, man.
Alright.
Hi, my name is Sam, and what I've learned from being on the Servo Stallions robotics team is that there's a difference between a servo motor and a hex motor.
Just do a game.
That's cool. I like this music. Got one. There you go.
I mean, always known that teams have this. It's so awesome for us to actually get to see you guys and share it. That was awesome. Great job for that team. Randomly pick what this week is we're gonna give out like.
No, it just came on. Next up, we're going up to the
The Wildcats need some money this year. Oh, I know. Hey, Phil. Yeah, Joe, what's up? Can I have some money? No, Joe, we can have a lot of Flex Seal. Oh, I was going to buy that anyway. Thanks, Phil. I got a hat. Yeah. So last year, we as a program discovered that we could use Flex Seal products in order to, have little grippy things on our robot. It makes our grippies more grippy. And we actually ended up really liking the products. So come this year, funds are a little short, times are a little tough, Corona and all that. We figured out, first of all, that Flex Seal is actually located near our hometown, their headquarters are, so we shot them a letter asking if they could give us a donation. Now, they said they couldn't give us any money, but they told us that they could give us all this Flex Seal, and these stickers, and this beautiful hat. Thank you, Flex Seal.
Great job to those Western High School teams in South Florida, and that is given out to all three of the Western High School teams, not any specific ones. So you got 63-22, make sure I'm saying this right, 91-10, and 10-0-20, 10-0-22, yep. So great job to all those teams. All right, next up, I believe it is the Ultimate Runner-Up Award.
Ultimate, great job. We got the best video of the night coming up next. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm using Bob's mic from that first week that we had. So first up, we got the Ultimate Award video. Play it, Mike Walker.
I Love Lucy is a Desilu production. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz will be back next week at this same time.
Ladies, are you struggling with cooking and cleaning the house? Having a hard time keeping your home neat and tidy? Introducing The Robot by the Crazy Cat Ladies, designed to help you with all of your housework needs. Need help reaching low spots while dusting? Using its powerful claw, this robot can easily grab almost anything, like this duster. Can't keep up with little Susie's endless toys? The compliant wheel intake and rubber band conveyor belt system are here to save the day. Now you can cook while it cleans. Are your pets feeling sad and lonely? Do you wish you had more time to entertain them? Using its 4,500 RPM rotary flywheel, Peppy can now fetch rings with his new playmate. With the robot, cleaning the house is easier than ever. I don't know what I would do without the robot. Robots, improving your future today.
Thank you again, Crazy Cat Ladies. Fantastic. That was a lot of fun to watch when I saw it. Everybody, you can see it online. If you guys are having trouble hearing me, I'll try to be as loud as I can. We've got some technical issues playing with some new equipment this week. And as always, we're having fun here in Orlando. So let's do a wrap up here just to remind everybody who the award winners, right? So we just saw the Crazy Cat Ladies, our winner of the Ultimate Video Award, and our runner up was 9277 Hazmat Robotics. Our next award was the Power Shot Wizards. That was 7592 Roarbots. If you remember, they got all three during Autonomous. And then also a shout out to our runner-up, 9987 Eagle Robotics Gold. Our next award was the Comedians Video Award. As Andrew mentioned earlier, we just kind of make this stuff up from week to week. So we had a lot of very funny videos, so we thought this was a good category this week. So the winner, 16465 Servo Stallions. And our runner-up from South Florida, team 13233 Cyber Knights. All right, how my bot works. This is a category we've had a few times. And our winner, 16527 from Rev Robotics. We had multiple runner-ups because we had a lot of great videos this time. 7341 French Fries. 18172 Uplifter Robotics, and 2845 Team Duct Tape. Our next award was the Inspire candidates from South Florida, the Western High School team, 6322 9910 10022. What a great story about Flex Seal. Our runner-up, Gulf Coast, 18289, All About Eyes. So thanks again for showing up, and special thank you to everybody who helped put this video together tonight. And let's look forward to our next meet. Some leagues, their meets start next week, and we have different leagues throughout the week. I will send out an email this weekend to remind everybody about our next schedule. So thanks again, good night, and I appreciate all the great videos from teams. Fantastic, I really enjoy them.